Hello everyone. Finally, from now on, we are going to start our backend development journey. Till now, we have studied frontend. In frontend, we have studied HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Bootstrap, Git, and GitHub. Right? Along with it, we have seen a little about terminal. Right? From now on, we will start our backend journey, and this is going to be a lot of fun and exciting, interesting stuff, to be honest, because backend development is sort of a field where you have to put your mind, we have to put your logic in understanding and doing the concepts. By doing it, you will understand it even more and more. What I can do as a not lecturer, but as a friend, what I can provide you is I will provide you the concepts. I will provide you, okay, this is what this is and this is how all these concepts will work. But I want you guys to practice. Whenever I'm doing now, just split your computer screen into two halves and do along with me. By doing this, you will understand each and every concept. And I know that sometimes I go beyond the way, like I explain something in a too deep level and I spend a lot of time in doing that. Because of that, some students might not understand it. But I want, if you guys have any doubt, then you can comment it or you can message me personally in LinkedIn. But if you're still having doubt, then we are living in an age of internet. I want you guys to go and search, and believe me when I say that you will get a lot of doubts. Some installations might not work, but you have to enter into the ground, be a warrior and fight it with all the things, all the troubles which we are having. Right? Okay. Anyways, in the upcoming sessions, we will see how we can build a server, how we can connect our server with a database. In databases, we will talk about MongoDB and SQL. Right? We will study about database relations in upcoming sessions. But for now, the first thing which we are going to start is Node.js. And let me tell you, many people confuse themselves, many students confuse themselves that Node.js is a framework, Node.js is a library, Node.js is a language, a separate language. But let me tell you, Node.js is not a framework, Node.js is not a library, Node.js is not even a language. Then what is Node.js? Node.js is a tool. Node.js is a tool which provides an environment. In this environment, we can run our JavaScript. Now you might ask, Jabir, okay, we have understood, okay, Node.js is an environment where we can come in, write your JavaScript code, and that code will get executed. But why we need it? Right? And one more thing is, if we are executing our code in VS Code, then what's the use of Node.js and what's the need of it? What's the need of it and why we use it? To understand the need, you need to understand something, that whenever you're building something now in the backend, you want to run something in the terminal. Right? You can do that using Node.js, and Node.js will give you a lot of functionalities, a lot of methods which we use in order to build our server. In future, in the next lecture, we will study Express. In that, we use the concepts of Node.js, and Node.js is the foundation for backend. For example, if HTML is the foundation for web development, then Node.js is, you can consider as a foundation for backend if you are going with MERN stack. If you are using other stack, then in that you will study other things. But yeah, it is the foundation, and as I told you, Node.js gives you a runtime environment, a place where you can run your JavaScript. Right? And it is not a language, it is not a library, it is not a framework. And where we use it, we use Node.js while we are building server. If you want to build server, then somehow you will use the concepts of Node.js in that. Right? It is used in server building and in backend development. Okay, got it. Now, to understand how Node.js work and why Node.js work, let us go back to one thing which we have seen a lot. While we are studying JavaScript, we have seen this thing a lot, which is, I will go to my Microsoft Edge. This is my Microsoft Edge. I will remove all these tabs. I was searching all these things, but yeah, let me remove all this. Now, what I'm gonna do is that, first of all, I will click inspect, and I will go here in console. I will go in the console, first of all, inspect, and go to console. In the console, what I will do is, first of all, I will clear all this. Now I want to ask you something. What is console? Right? What is console? In console, what we can do? You might say, Jabir, in console we write JavaScript. So can I say that console is an environment where we can write JavaScript? For example, here I can write console.log and I can print anything like hello, this is console, right? I'm printing something, and when I click enter now, you will see here it is showing me, okay, I need to give correct spelling. So here console .log and I will write hello, this is console. I am giving this thing. Okay, now I will click enter. You can see I will get the output right away, and the output tells me hello, this is console. Okay, now if I write something in other language, for example in console I am writing Java. Okay, in Java what we have, int a is equals to 10. Now this will give me error. Why this console is giving me error? While if I write the same code in Java, then it won't give me error. Why is that? Because console only understands JavaScript, and what console is doing, what console is being used here is, console provides us a virtual environment, an environment where we can write our JavaScript. Now, if you want to bring this console into your local system, if you want to write all these things, whatever the things which you are doing in the console, if you want to do the same thing in your computer, in your local computer, which are without actually going into Microsoft Edge or Chrome, without actually going into browser, because browsers are built in C++, right? Mostly in C++, most of the browsers are built in, right? If you don't want to go into a browser and write JavaScript, if you want to build something, if you want to take this console into your local system, then in that case you will use Node.js, right? You can do the same thing which you are doing right now in the console. You can do the same thing using Node.js. Node.js looks also very similar to console. Okay, now I hope you have understood what is Node.js. Node.js is a virtual environment where we can write our JavaScript code. Okay, it provides us an environment, a place where we can come in and write our JavaScript code. Okay, got it, understood. And that Node.js interface looks very similar to console interface. Okay, understood. Now, how we are going to install it? So to install Node.js, we have to write Node.js install. And here you will get the website of nodejs.org. Click on it and you will see for different versions. For Windows you have this versions, for Mac you will have like this. You will get different versions of Node.js, right? Now if you want to download, just click on download, and based on your computer usage, if your computer is a 64-bit architecture, then you will use this. If your computer is 86-bit architecture, then you will choose this one and you will start download. Okay, like this you download Node.js, and believe me when I say that it is a very simple process, to be honest. You know, I will provide you the link in the comment sections. By just clicking the link you can directly install Node.js in your computer. It's a very simple process, and I will provide you the YouTube videos also. If you have any bit of confusion, by just seeing the videos, you will get a clear mind of how to install Node.js. Okay, now I already have Node.js in my computer. If you see, when I click Node, when I type Node, I will get the platform of Node.js. Now, in order to run Node.js, we have understood installation process. I have just told you that go to the website, click install, and that installation process will start in your computer, and after that directly the Node.js will come to your user folder. It will come to your root directory. Okay, got it. Now after installation, how we are going to use Node.js, right? To understand this, there are two methods which we generally use. You can directly go into the search bar and search Node, and you will get the platform of Node.js. Click open and the app will get opened. This is the interface of Node.js, And this is one way of doing it. You can directly come to Node.js platform and write all your code, and your code will get executed very easily. Now the second method, and this second method which we are going to use right now, because this is a little bit efficient. We have understood Git, we know Git, right? Now what I will do is that I will open Git bash, and in Git bash I will write my Node.js. I will run my Node.js, right? This is the method which we are going to use. Okay, got it. Now you can do the same things, whatever the things which you are doing using Git bash, you can do those same thing using direct Node.js app also. But the key differences will be in Git bash we will have some additional features, like we have command line, right? In command line we can write whatever we want. Understood. And I forget to tell you one thing, applications of Node.js, right? Applications of Node.js are it is a very wide application. Like in many things we use Node.js, and let me tell you a fact also. The things which we are using, for example, if we are using VS Code or Visual Studio Code, those softwares are built on Node.js. It's surprising, right? This is the very fundamental thing, but on this fundamental things, this softwares which we use daily are built on, right? That is why Node.js is really important. It is really important to understand the concepts of Node.js, and it is going to be really easy. Believe me when I say that. Concepts are very easy. Just you need to put your time and effort in understanding the concept. That's all. Okay. Anyways, the first thing which we are gonna do is we will understand how to run Node.js, or how to open Node in our computer. We have installed it. Now using Git bash, how to open Git. To do that, how to open Node. First of all, I will search my current directory, pwd. I am in my home directory, which is c user.jar. Now I have Node, right? So I will check first of all Node version, node_v. It will tell me, okay, you have installed Node and the version of Node is v20.17.20. Okay, if you got some error now, then it tells you that you haven't installed the Node, or there is a problem in some installation process. So you need to check that, and if you are getting it, now the next step will be to run Node. To create an environment where we can write JavaScript, you just have to write Node, click enter, and you can see here, welcome to Node.js, version is something, and type help for more information. So let us type .help, and they will tell me, okay, what are the commands I'm having in Node.js. If I want to save the commands, whatever the commands, if I have that I have written in my terminal, in my Node.js terminal, to save that we need to give .save. If you want to understand what are the commands we have, you have to give .help, and if you want to come out of your old terminal, then you will give .exist. Like this, we have this, how many commands? 1 2 3 4 5 6, around 7 commands, and you can read about it. Okay, what break command will do. Sometimes you got stuck and this gets you out. Like this you can understand, and by implementing, we will implement each command in our session, and we will understand the behavior of each command as well. Okay, now to run our Node.js, what I'm gonna do is that first of all I will clear the screen, and again I will write Node. I'm in my Node terminal. Now in this terminal, in this Node, we can write our JavaScript. For example, I want to print console.log, and I will print hello world. This is my first Node.js frist, right? First Node.js command. Okay, now click enter. You can see the output which we are getting in terminal, we are getting the same output in our local machine. So I hope you have understood what is the meaning of environment. In this we can write our JavaScript, and this is purely a virtual environment where we can write our JavaScript JS. Okay, understood. We have written our first line. Now let us go back to our concepts. So the first concept we are having is node REPL. You need to remember, like I want you guys to revise something or remember something. In I think JavaScript part 1, I have talked about, when I talked about console, we have talked about REPL. What is the full form of REPL? Read, evaluate, print and loop, right? This is the full form of REPL, and node also follows the REPL concept. You might have seen in console what will happen is I will have this line, and in this I will write some line like from some JavaScript code, and immediately I will get the output. Similarly in node also we will have this greater than arrow symbol, and we will write our JavaScript code, and immediately we will get the output of it. And this process, first of all, what will happen is Node.js will read the JavaScript. After reading it, it will evaluate, oh, if there are some errors in this line, then immediately it will give you the errors. If there are no errors, then it will print it, right? First of all, it will read, evaluate. So the second step is evaluation step. In evaluation, it will understand, okay, these are the things, these are the errors it is having, and you need to fix these errors, right? If there are no errors, then we will come to third step, which is printing step. We will print the output, and after we will continue the same loop, right? So Node.js also follows REPL concept. Now there are some commands which we have just seen, 7 commands, and the most important command in Node.js is .help. .help will provide you all the commands, and by just reading them you can understand, okay, this is what this command will do. Okay, now the first concept we are having is how we can add our file in our Node.js environment. So to understand this, let me go back to my git bash. I will first of all come out and I will clear the old screen. Now what I'm gonna do is that in the program file, I will clear in my local computer, I will make a file, I will make a folder. For example, I will make a folder, let's say Node.js underscore class. Okay, I'm creating a folder called as Node.js class. Okay, now what I will do is that I will open my VS Code, and in VS Code I will open this particular folder. In C drive data, where is my Node.js class? This is my Node.js class. I have opened this folder. Okay, now I will split the screen. First of all, I will split the whole screen here. Okay, this is my Node.js folder directory, and this is my git bash. I hope you are seeing it in a very clear manner. Now what I will do is that first of all I will see my path, pwd. Okay, my path is C users daja. Now let me go into this particular Node.js folder. So I will write cd and node, spelling also with capital letters, Node.js underscore class. So CL, I think all capital, no, let me write class. Okay, you can see I am in my Node.js class now. So in this Node.js class, what I will do is that I will create a file. I know how to create a file by using touch command. So here touch touch, and I will write, okay, script.js is my file name. So I have created the file. Now you can see I am in my file. Now in this file, what I will do is that I will write some code. Here I will write some code. Let me write console.log and hello world. After that we are writing hello world too much, right? But yeah, it is easy to understand, and I will write console.log I am Jabir Hussain. Okay, done. Now let me save, and what I'm gonna do is, first of all, to run this JavaScript file, this script.js file in our Node.js, we need to write node and the file name. What is the file name? Script.js. So here I will give script.js. Now click enter. You can see immediately I got the output. hello world, I am Jabir Hussain. Like this we run our file, and here in this we can write anything. For example, int. Okay, my mind is always in Java, so let a is equals to 10 and let b is equals to 20. Now I am writing a function, sum function, and this will take two things, a comma b, and in this I will write console.log a plus b. I am printing it. Now what I will do is that I will give the function name as well. Here I will give hello is my function name. Okay, I am using hello a lot, but yeah, I am gonna call hello function and I will pass a comma b. Okay, now let me save, and now again I will run my file. So node script.js. Now you can see I got the output hello world, which I am printing. After it, I am Jabir Hussain. Sum is here, along with it I will print sum is, and give some space here. Now plus symbol as well. Okay, now let me save and run again node script.js. Now you can see hello world, I am Jabir Hussain, and sum is 30. Like this we can run our files using Node.js. Okay, got it. I hope you have understood how we run files. The next concept you are having is process. Process is a, you can say, object in Node.js, and it is a important object. It is a really important object. What process will do is that it will give you the entire information about the application, Node.js application. So here I will write, in this I will write, first of all let me clear all the things. Now I will write object, which is my process. So here I will write process. Now first of all let me go to node, because process is a object of node. Right now I am in git don't know what a process is. So to tell my node, I will go into node and now I will write my process. So process, you can see in auto suggestions I am getting something. Click enter and immediately you will see I am getting everything. Like I am getting the path, original path, OneDrive, home drive, all the information about my application, Node.js application, where my application is, what it is using, what it is not using, A to Z of every concept, every, I can say, information about everything. And the thing you need to observe is process is a object which gives you the data about everything in key value pair, in key value format. Okay, got it. Now this is a very long object. You can see native, internal binding, types. You will see each and everything about node, like what is the version of node, how many versions of nodes are there, and which version is I'm using, what is this Unicode, UV, I don't even know what are this, but yeah, you will get the A to Z information about the application. Okay, now there is also one more important thing which you need to know here. Let me clear the screen and again I will go to node, and in node I will write process.argv. Now when I click argv, now what it is giving, it is giving me array, and in that array I am having path. Like in that array when I give in Node.js application process.argv arc, right, this thing is giving me array. And to understand this, what is the array, and in that array why we are getting this, to understand this, what I'm gonna do is that I will write in the console. Here I will come here, now split screen again. Okay, now along with the code, script code, whatever I'm having, I will print console.log and I will write process.argv. Here I need to delete. Okay, argv. Now save this and run this file. So I will write node. First of all let me clear the screen, right? Okay, node script.js. Now you will see I am getting normal output, hello world, I am Jabir Hussain Samis, and along with it I am getting the path, the location path of my file, I'm having Node.js application, I'm running Node.js application, and the application, the path, the location of this Node.js application is this, and along with it I'm running script tag, right, and this is the path of script. Okay, now time to understand process.org. So process.org is a function, is a method. It will return some argument, and to be specific, it will return the location of the application which you are running and the related, or you can say associated applications with that particular application. Here you can see I am running node script.js, right? Basically I am running my JavaScript file, but with JavaScript the associated application is node, so I will get the location of node along with script location. Okay, got it. Now here's the catch. Process.org will return an argument in the form of array, and if you want to give some argument, then you can also give that. Here I will write node script.js, and I will write Jabber. Along with the path I wanna give some argument, then I can do that. You will see I am getting Jabber, and I can give multiple arguments as well. For example, let me clear, and I will give node what I can give script.js, and I will write Jabber and Khan. Okay, now click enter. You will see I am having the path name which is node path name, after it script path name, and the arguments which I have passed. So what this process.org will do is that it will print the path, and whenever you write process.org, if it doesn't have any arguments, then it will print, or you can say it will give me the path of the applications. If we are giving some arguments, then those arguments will also come in the form of an array. Now process.org returns an array containing the command line arguments passed along with it, right? Yeah, I hope you have understood process.org. Now the next concept is module exports. This is a really interesting concept. For example, let's say I have two files. In one file I have written some functions. In another file I want to execute the same thing which I have written, but I don't want to repeat it. As a good developer, as a good programmer, you should not repeat the code again and again. You should always think how you can minimize or how you can make your code efficient. Okay, so here for example, let's say I have this JavaScript file 1 and JavaScript file 2, and in JavaScript file 2 I have some functions. Okay, you have written some functions and you want the same functionality in JavaScript 1 also, JavaScript file 1 also, but as I told you, you should not repeat the lines in your code. At least that will make your development process a little bit inefficient, right? So what we will do is that we will not write the same lines. We will export these lines and we will import those lines in JavaScript file 1. The JavaScript file 2 will export its code to 1. How this will work? Using two functions, module.export, require. Require is a function which you write in the file which is taking the code, and you will write this line into a file which is giving the code. Okay, so here I will go back and let me create another file. So here I will clear all this. Now I will create another file. I am having only one file, script.js. Now I will create another touch. It is a good habit to use terminal. Okay, that's why I am using touch file2.js. Now you can see I have my file2.js. Now in file2.js I can write anything I want. For example, I am writing const g value is 9.8. So here I will write 9.8. After that, const what I can give, pi is equals to 3.14. like this I am giving. Okay, now I want to send the data or you can say functions from file2 to my script tag, or sorry, script file. How we gonna do that? We will do it by writing module dot exports. Here I need to give modules dot exports, and here I will give, if I want to send some value to other file, then I will write value, that's all. Here I think the syntax is correct. Yeah, module dot exports. Okay, correct. Okay, now I have written module dot export. Okay, now save. Now I want to send this data, this particular value, to my script tag. So what I'm gonna do, let me remove this process.org. I will create a variable let, or you can say const value is equals to require, and I will give the path. In the quotations I have to write the require path, parenthesis dot slash file2, and whatever this file2 is returning me, that will come in the value. Now after storing the returned value, I will print it. So I will write console.log and I will write value. So what I did is, in this I wanted to export this particular value. So to export, what I have written is module dot exports is equals to 9. 9 is a value which I want to return, or you can say export to other files, and whatever the files which is there in this directory can access the exported values. Okay, got it. And in the place of value, not just a single value, you can pass an entire function as well, right? Now in script tag, to require that value, to get that value, what we are using is, we are using a function called as require, and require parenthesis double quotation, and you will write dot slash that particular file name, and by just writing it, what you will do is that you will require all the values. You will get all the values into value variable. Now after getting this, what I'm doing, I'm printing it, as simple as that. So file2 will export some data, some information to the required file. If I'm requiring this file2, then I will get the value, right? So this is about export and import, not export and import to be specific, module dot exports and require method. Now if I want to run this, then I can run here node script.js. Now when I run this, now first of all I will get hello world, I am Jabir Hussain, sum, and the value. What is the value? The value is 9. Okay, so here let me run this. Let me run this here. Here I need to give. Okay, now save, and I'm gonna run this. Now you can see hello world, I am Jabir Hussain, sum is 30, and the exported value is 9. Like this, you can export data of a particular file to another file. Now in the place of not just value, you can write a whole function here, right? I will write my arrow function, and in arrow function I can print thousands of lines, right? Or I can do whatever the operations I want, like for example console.log, and I will write hello world, and after this copy the same thing, paste. You can paste any times you want. I'm pasting it very like this, but yeah, now run the file and I will print the value, and now the value is a function, so I need to give parenthesis in order to call the function, in order to execute the function. Okay, got it. Now I will write node script.js. You will see I am Jabir Hussain, sum is 30, hello. Like this, I am getting the output and I'm running the function. So this is how the import and export process work. Now here comes one of the interesting concepts, which is npm packages. npm packages, not npm. npm packages, the full form of npm is Node Package Manager, right? And it is a standard method. It is a standard package manager. You can consider that npm as a library. It's a library, and in library what we'll get? We'll get books. But here in programming world, we will get packages. What are packages? We will get packages. And what is the meaning of package is, for example, let's say you have built something. You are a developer, right? So you have built some interesting concept, interesting thing using APIs. Now what you will do is that you will make it open source, such that other developers can even use the concept which we have built in their own projects. So this thing, a bundle of code which we use, right? This thing we call it as a package. And React is a, you can say, package, sort of package. Express is a package, and Tailwind and Bootstrap, or you can say that like it is also a sort of packages for front end, right? So package is a set of code which is there, and what you will do is that you will just use it, right? So to install those packages based on your project requirement, we use npm, and there are some commands which you have to remember. The first command is npm install, and you will give the package name. For example, if I want to install Express is we'll study in the next lecture. It is also a very interesting concept, but yeah, it is used in server building, right? And it is a big package in general. So to install that package in our computer, what we will do is that we will write npm in git bash. We will write this, or you can also write this in your VS Code terminal as well. Both will work. You will write npm install and Express. You will give the package name, and by just writing that, what will happen is this Express package will get downloaded in this particular Git folder, the location which you are at. In that particular location, the download will begin. Okay, now there's also a shortcut also, like you can write, instead of writing the whole line install, you will write npm I express. This is a shortcut, command. But first of all, let us see the website of npm. So I will search npm. This is the website of npm, npmjs.com. Now this is a place where you can find almost any packages related to development, especially JavaScript development. Okay, now React is a package, Express is a package, we have different, Figlet is a package, all these things. Now if I want to see React, then I will write here in the packages, I will write React, and I will get the website of React. React is a JavaScript library for building user interfaces. Click on it, and this is the documentation of React. Now you can see here they are how many million? 1, 10, 100, 1000 and lakh, 10 lakh crore. It means 20 million downloads, around 22 crore 30 lakh downloads every week. People are downloading React. Okay, now this is the usage, how we can use it. Now if we want to install it, then we have to write npm I react. Okay, similarly if I want to install Express, then I will write Express, and you can see Express okay, Express fast, unappointed, minimalistic web framework. Click on it, and it is also Express is also related to JavaScript. Okay, it is built for Node.js, and how many downloads are there? 3 crore 35 lakh downloads. 3 crore 35 lakh people are downloading Express every week. Okay, got it. Now to install Express, we need to write this line, npm install Express. By writing this line, we can download this Express package into our computer. And remember, for example, let's say this is my VS Code, right? In my VS Code, in which folder am I in right now? I am in Node.js folder. right? This is my Node.js class folder. Okay, now if I open terminal, now here you can see open terminal, and in terminal you can see the current path is C users daja Node.js class. Okay, now if I want to install a particular package, then I will write npm install and that package name, right? But the thing you need to remember here is there is a concept of scope. We will talk about it in a few minutes, but the package which you are downloading is limited to that folder. If I am downloading a package in Node.js class, then I cannot use the package outside of this folder. This is the, you can say, scope of that particular package. Okay, for now what I'm gonna do is that Express is a big package, React is a big package. If I download those big packages now, then it will consume my time, and I don't want to make long, like 2 hours 3 hours videos. So I will install a simple package where the package name is, I think, Figlet. Okay, before going to modules, let us download Figlet. Here I will come here. Now Figlet is a simple package which is used to make your code, or you can say whatever the thing you are writing in terminal, look good. So here to download our package we need to give npm I install. Copy this line. Okay, after copying I will come in terminal. In terminal my current path is C user daja. Now I will write npm. Okay, after writing npm I can give install, or I can give I will also work, install will also work. Okay, after this I will give Figlet. Just enter and you will see that your Figlet installation process will begin, and it will tell me, okay, up to date audited 87 packages in 2 seconds, 16 packages are looking for funding, run npm for more details. Let me run npm. You can see if I get this line found 0 vulnerabilities, then npm is telling me, okay, the packages which you have downloaded, the packages which you have asked for download has downloaded successfully in your computer. You can use Figlet in your computer, that package in your computer. But it is also telling me that 16 packages are looking for funding. It means that you need to give permission to those packages, right? So here I will give npm fund, and it will tell me, okay, GitHub, this all this sort of things, and I can ignore all this. Figlet is already installed in my computer, so I will clear. Okay, now I am creating a new file called as Figlet. I have downloaded Figlet in my computer, so I will write fig.js. Now let us see how Figlet will work. So to use Figlet in the documentation, we have applied this first command and it is showing me 0 vulnerabilities. 0 vulnerabilities means Figlet has successfully installed in our computer. Now after that, to run a sample usage, to run our code, this packages have given me a sample code. So I will copy this sample code and I will paste it here, right? In this I will paste, delete the terminal. Now what I am doing, I have imported, or you can say copied, the template which is given by my Figlet package. Now when I run this now, Figlet will print output in a very stylish fashion. You can see I'm having output hello world, something like this, right? Here I can also give whatever I want, like hello, I'm Batman, right? That sounds good. And run again. You can see hello. Okay, let me zoom out. Hello, I'm Batman. Like this you can print different things using Figlet. I hope you have understood how we can install a particular package. I have shown you Figlet installation because it is easy. It will install immediately, but if your computer is taking time, then it might be a little bit problem you're having with internet. Okay, anyways, this is the code. This is how we use Figlet, and whenever you install something now, the path where you are installing, you will get some modules, right? For example, I have downloaded Node modules, right? Back then, around 1 week ago, I was working with EJS, right? And I have to download EJS in order to run my files in my computer. So whenever you like download some packages, you will get two things. First one is Package.JSON. Second one is Node modules. What Node modules will do is that it will install the necessary components. For example, let me go to my PPT. I can draw and show you clearly. Okay, Node modules. What Node modules will do is that it will install every dependency. For example, let's say I am downloading X package, and in order to run that X package, I need Y package. So automatically that Y package will also get installed, and to run this Y package, I need Z. So automatically when I install X now, this Y and Z will also get installed in my computer without actually telling us. Like, it will tell me, okay, these are the packages I'm downloading, but yeah, we have to download it in order to run our X. For example, I'm taking an example, right, as a simple example to understand. For example, let's say I want to run React. But for example, let us consider a case that to run React, I need Express. Because React is built on Express. I'm taking it as example. I don't know like whether it is dependent or not, but yeah. And to run Express, we need Node.js. So whenever I install React now, automatically these three packages will get installed in my computer. So this is the meaning of Node modules. The Node module folder contains every installed dependency for your project. Okay, now the second thing is Package.JSON. Package.JSON will store every record of your dependency. So let me show you. I'm having here package.lock. So this is a JSON file, and you can see I'm having Daja is my owner name, which is basically my computer name, version, log, and node modules, all this A to Z dependencies like color convert, URL, funding, version. All these dependencies are in one place, and you can study about this. Okay, and it will store the records. You can see I'm having around 1000 lines, and it will tell me what are the node modules you have installed and from where you have installed, right? Okay, this is about node modules and package lock. Now there is another file called as package.json. What this file will do is that it will tell you each and everything about your package, your installed package. Here you can see I'm having package. Now click on it. You will see the dependencies which I have installed is EJS, Express, Figlet. These are the three things which I am having. These are the three packages which I am having in my computer. And who is the owner? Daja. And the version of this JSON is this. And main index.js scripts which I am using. Who is the author? Jabir Hussain. His license, description. Like this, you can give each and everything about your package, and it will tell you, package.json will tell you entire thing about your project. Now the very last method we are having is require and import. So we have studied that here we write module.export something. Okay, now I will remove all this, and there is a newer version which is export, right? There is a keyword instead of let me remove JSON and this. So I will also remove this script. I will open script and this. Now what I'm doing is I'm requiring it, but I can also import it. Here I will remove all this, and first of all I will export something. For example, I want to export the G value. So here I will write export. That's all. Instead of writing modules dot exports, instead of writing that, I can simply write export that particular thing. And whenever we use export method now, the entire file will get exported. But when we use import method, import and export instead of require and export, what will happen is we can send a specific thing. For example, in the old file, I don't want to send the old file. I want to send only a line. I can do that using import method. So here I will give export and that particular thing which I want to send. Now in script I will write import. You can write anywhere you want, and I need to give what thing I want to import. Like I want to import g value from, in double quotations, ./file2. Like this we import something, and we can also, after this, we can print it like console.log. We can print whatever the thing which we have imported. So this is about our require and import. And one more thing is, if you are using import, then it will give you a error, because this import is a new method. Recently, I think 2, 3, 4 years back, we have introduced this method. So to run this file, what we have to do is, I will open my package.json, and in package.json, I will give another key value pair called as type, and I will write here module. So what this will do is that it will enable my import export process. Okay, so let me save, and this is about our Node.js. Till now we have studied about what is Node.js, why we use Node.js, how to install it, REPL concept, files, processes, modules and export, npm packages, and JSON, node modules, package.json, package.log JSON, like this, and import and export process. So these are the things which we have studied till now. So I hope you have understood the Node.js process, and I'm really excited to talk about backend. So the future lectures are going to be really interesting and amazing. With that being said, I will see you in the next lecture. The next lecture is going to be on Express.